I didn't quite understand this my whole life, when I've always treated people with respect and been polite. But 200 and something women who I've been with in one way or another, friends of mine, lovers of mine, ex-girlfriends of mine, have been dragged into police cells and interviewed for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. And the only goal of the interview is to get them to say that in some way they're a victim of mine. Did he ever hit you? Did he ever lock you in a house? Did he ever constrict your movements? Did he ever... And none of them, because they will call me after the interview and say, these idiots are trying to say that I'm a victim of yours. And I told them where to get lost. These are women who I haven't had contact with, sometimes in 6, 7, 8 years. Haven't seen them. Haven't heard their name. Their messages have never popped up on my phone. And they're sitting there with police officers saying, no, Tristan's a good dude. What the fuck are you doing this for? So if you ever get caught up in something like I'm caught up in, I mean, there are videos of celebrities, saying no names, videos of them beating the shit out of women in hotel lobbies. And there's like, oh, well, they can't prosecute this guy because it was too long ago. I'm like, well, that's convenient for him. He's obviously in the club that I'm not in. Yeah. But that kind of toxic behavior towards women and people in general will always come back one way or another to bite you. And I've always believed that. Way before I ever would have believed that I'd be arrested and put in jail with all my ex-girlfriends interviewed about me. Way before I ever believed that, I knew that behaving in a derogatory way or an impolite way or a trashy way or a toxic way towards people was just never going to pay off in the long run. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's cute. I like to treat the women who are in my life with respect and the men, everyone I know. So I'm a gentleman in all aspects because I feel it's very important, because what goes around does eventually come around. And I'm now reaping the benefits of the seeds I sowed in the past by just generally not being a horrible person to anyone. I've had girlfriends tell the police, well, he wasn't a very good boyfriend, cheated on me loads of times, but is that a crime? We can do, put him in jail? Like, yeah, he cheated on me, but, you know, did he ever hit me or treat me bad? Or, you know, no, he didn't. He was nice.
It's interesting how they can admit all the nice things that have probably been said.
Oh, no, all those hundreds of interviews? Oh, yeah, that's all admitted.
Yeah.
Because the indictment is just the worst stuff they could find to make you look like a criminal.
On heartbreak, what does heartbreak teach you?
Heartbreak teaches you the power of understanding that in life, things will always get better if you try to make them better. You know, I'm not going to say her name, but there were girls who I dated when you were still a baby. So let's say I was 20 years old. And she was 19 years old, I was 20 years old, and we broke up for whatever reasons. This particular girl got some job where she had to move to London. And I was upset about it. And now she's some 35-year-old middle-aged woman with, you know, 2 unspectacular kids and a husband who's divorced her. And I'm just like, if the heartbreak had never happened, well, I'd be that guy. I'd be with her now. I wouldn't have done all the great things that I've done. Heartbreak sucks. And you do have to deal with it. And again, know when to walk away without begging or humiliating yourself, especially in this day and age of DMs and messages being recorded and stuff. And each heartbreak, like with every bad event that happens in life, sets an important marker that you eventually look back on a longer timeline, and you see the growth and the self-improvement and maybe the hypothetical scenarios that would have happened had you stayed with that person or had you not been betrayed by that person. And yeah, it serves as very important markers on a timeline. But it's only once you progress a couple years past that timeline that you could see the knowledge in it, unless you do it the wrong way and let it spiral you into down the toilet of self-destruction, in which case then you're like, oh, well, that's when my life went completely wrong. So no, that's when you chose to give up. They're 2 very different things. But heartbreak's fantastic.